Hello everyone, welcome back to 3 News Now. I'm Stephanie Haney and today is Thursday, May 26th. Thank you for being here for the top stories from WKYC.com and our WKYC app. Here on 3 News Now, we bring you the stories that matter most to you here in Northeast Ohio. These are the stories that you are clicking on, reading, and sharing from our website and from our app. And we start today with sad news from the Hollywood world. Ray Liotta has died at the age of 67. We know him for his roles playing mobster Henry Hill in Goodfellas and for his role playing shoeless Joe Jackson in The Field of Dreams. And now we know from an official at the Dominican Republic's National Forensic Science Institute, who was not authorized to speak to the media, confirming the death of Ray Liotta and that his body has been taken to a morgue in the Dominican Republic. The Hollywood Reporter and NBC News both cited representatives for Liotta who said that he passed away in his sleep on Wednesday night and that he was in the Dominican Republic to film a movie. Details are scarce at this time. We'll bring you more information as we have it, and for now our thoughts are with his loved ones. Now today, more information is coming out about the elementary school shooting earlier this week in Uvalde, Texas, and some of the students who were in the rooms where the shooter killed 19 children and 2 adults are now talking and sharing their story and sharing the experience of what happened to them inside of Robb Elementary School. And I will warn you, it is tough to hear the story from this 4th grader. The 4th grader said that he was in the room and that the shooter shot the next door over and that there was a door in the middle of the room and he opened it and that the shooter said to them, "It's time to die." It is heart-wrenching to hear these details from such a young person sharing this story. This child said that they hid under a table with a tablecloth over it, and that might be what saved this particular child's life. He said that he was hiding hard, and he told his friend not to talk because the shooter would hear them. He said the shooter did hear another student who yelled for help after the cops had said, according to this child, to yell for help if you need it, and then the shooter came in and shot that child. And that's the point, this child says, when the cops came into the classroom and shot the shooter. And he said at that point he opened the curtain after he heard that the gunshots had stopped, put his hand out, and that he knew that it was the police because he saw the armor and the shield. His teachers were Irma Garcia and Ava Morales, who died in the shooting, and he said those teachers saved their lives. He said that they went in front of the class to help and to save them. Absolutely a tragedy all around, and an unspeakable tragedy gets worse because reports on social media say that the husband of Irma Garcia, who was one of the teachers who died in the shooting, the husband also died from an emergency medical situation this morning, and they had 4 children left without parents as a result of that. There's a GoFundMe page. It's got over $50,000 in donations now, and I've tweeted that if you are so inclined to help that family. And as we continue to learn more about the tragic events in Texas, we will be sure to bring that information to you. Moving to public health, we have the latest COVID-19 update in today. Of course, we get those every week now. So on this Thursday, we're now seeing again over 19,000 new COVID-19 cases in the past week, just up ever so slightly from last week. Last week, there were 19,536 new cases. Today, 19,546 new cases in the last week. The total number of COVID patients in the hospital is now 687, which is an increase of 47 from last week. And the number of people in the ICU remains the same. So out of that 687, 79 people are in the ICU. More information for you on the public health front. There are more peanut butter products that are now part of that Jif recall that are being pulled from stores. These are products that are made with Jif peanut butter. Remember, there is a multi-state salmonella outbreak which is tied to this peanut butter recall. We've got it listed on WKYC.com, but now there are candies, trail mixes, and other foods that were made with the recalled peanut butter that you need to be aware of so that you can get those out of your cupboards and not eat those at home. Some of the things that are recalled You can find a list, by the way, on the FDA, and we do have it linked at WKYC.com, but Giant Eagle is recalling its Get Go branded apples that have a peanut butter dip, and it's sold in Get Go stations across states and in the supermarket chain. Albertson Companies is recalling 11 different products, including small peanut butter cream pies and sliced apples with peanut butter. These are sold at Acme, Albertsons, Eagle, Jewel Osco, Safeway, Tom Thumb, and Vons stores. And in Walnut Creek, Ohio, the Koblenz Chocolate Company is recalling chocolate fudge, caramel corn, and other creams that included that recalled Jif peanut butter. They were distributed between November and May, so November 2021 to May of 2022. So check that out. To be safe, go to the article on WKYC.com so you can see what instances of products might be recalled that you might have at home. And now to a bittersweet story out of Stark County. There was a graduation ceremony at Jackson High School near my hometown, and it was for the 2022 graduating class with 491 students graduating. One of those students, Logan Laubacher. And Logan Laubacher lost his father in 2014. It was a cardiac arrhythmia that took his life. He did not die in the line of duty, but this was an Ohio State Highway Patrol officer based in Worcester. Daniel Skinny Laubacher was his name. And it changed his life. Daniel Laubacher had 3 children. Logan was one of them. Logan is the one who graduated this week, and the loss of his father definitely changed his life. But at his graduation ceremony this week, some of the guys who knew his father stepped in, some members of the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and they had 6 seats there, 5 of them filled with friends of the late Daniel Laubacher, one of them open in honor of him. And as Logan got his diploma, as he went across the stage, they stood up and they were there to help him honor that moment and to honor the memory of his father, who passed away 8 years ago in 2014. And as he went to the stage, they shook his hand and they hugged him and let him know his dad would be proud of him. So a bittersweet moment celebrating his father at the Jackson High School graduation. All right, now let's turn to the sports world. Okay, the NBA draft is coming up. It's coming up soon, and we know the Cleveland Cavaliers are staying at number 14, just pending any other changes, because changes can happen, but they've got the number 14 slot. So our contributor, Danny Cunningham, has taken a look at some potential prospects for the Cavaliers. He's got 7 picks that the Cavaliers might be looking at that number 14 slot, and we're going to focus on 2 Ohio guys. You get the full list at WKYC.com, but Malachi Branham is a guard from Ohio State, and he is the smallest guy on the list. He's 6'4". Not necessarily on the wing for the team, but if he's selected by the Cavs, it could be a signal between the team and guard Colin Sexton not being in a great place heading into restricted free agency this summer. He's a knockdown shooter. He connected on just under 42% of his three-point attempts at Ohio State, and a strong defender who, our contributor thinks, might pair well with Darius Garland. Another potential, E.J. Liddell, a forward out of Ohio State. He could be a good fit, likely to be a first-round draft pick this year. He's a strong shooter from the outside and a quality defender. He's a bit bigger. He's just over 6'5". So to see more analysis of these potential players for the Cavs, you're going to want to head to WKYC.com. Now, hopefully, with their number 14 pick, or wherever they end up in the draft, the Cavs get a little more luck than I have had in my Powerball lottery experiment. This week, I am 20 weeks in, and in my update, which you can find on WKYC.com, you will learn I have yet to match, well, I've not yet to match a number. I've actually matched 2 numbers. That's been my best performance so far, but I have yet to win a single dollar. So I am $0 up on this scenario. I am down $59. Now, I have been tracking these against hypothetical investments. The crypto world kind of taken a dive lately, so you can see that. I track it against a potential Dogecoin investment, very trendy, at least buzzy in the crypto world, also a Bitcoin investment, and also an Apple stock investment. So to see where everything shakes out, head to that at WKYC.com. And may I remind everyone that the odds of winning anything, even a $4 prize, are 1 in 38, and I'm only playing 1 ticket per week. So who knows? I might never win. Lots of people play and they never win, but I also might. So we're going to keep up with it. And it is Thursday, so that means it is time for your good news. It's All Good News drops every Thursday on the WKYC YouTube page at 1 p.m. And this week, I'll give you a little taste of what we're celebrating. We are celebrating Miss Ohio USA. The 2022 winner is Sakura Carroll. She's from Canal, Winchester. She's 23 years old. She's an Ohio University graduate. And this is a very big deal because there has not been an African-American woman winning the crown in 17 years in the Miss Ohio USA competition. And it was very important to her that she wore her natural hair while she competed, and she did win that crown. I talked with her about her platform, and she told me that her platform is inspiring youth to intentionally show up for themselves mentally while loving and appreciating the skin they are in. And she absolutely embodied that by showing up and winning that crown with her natural hair. So congratulations to Sakura Carroll from Canal, Winchester. And she is now preparing to be an ambassador across the state of Ohio and for the national Miss USA competition representing the state of Ohio. So congratulations, and we are sending you the good vibes. Here's another story from the Good News Show this week. We're sending good vibes. We talked about this yesterday to Johnny Stanton, Myles Garrett, and Wyatt Teller because today they've been streaming Dungeons and Dragons to benefit a charity for Red Nose Day. And Red Nose Day happens every year. It's today, May 26th, and it is about ending child poverty. The event sold out. It was here at the Tabletop Board Game Cafe, also streamed on Twitch. You know, the gaming is very popular to be streaming on Twitch, as the kids say. So, sending good vibes to them and thanking them for doing good work here in our community. And if you want to see the rest of the Good News Show, just go to WKYC.com/Instagram or go to the WKYC YouTube page. It's also on WKYC.com. You can't miss it. And we could all use some smiles, right? One more thing to let you know before we go today. Did you know that it's World Redhead Day? Of course, we have our resident redhead here at WKYC, Mike Polk Jr. If you are on the What's New Facebook page, hang out over there and let me know who your special redhead is in your life, and we might shout them out today on the 5 p.m. show on What's New in the Clicking in Cleveland segment. We'll be shouting out your beloved gingers, but some fun facts to let you know here before we go. Did you know that it might seem like there are a lot of redheads in commercials because proportionately speaking, there are more redheads featured in commercials than there are in the world? A study in 2014 found that 30% of ads during prime time hours included someone with red hair, and that is more representation than there are redheads in the world. There was also a study that had been floating around online that redheads might be going extinct. They are not. Do not worry, your redheads are not going anywhere. They are not going extinct. And you're not losing your mind. There is also a holiday for redheads in November. It's called National Love Your Red Hair Day, and it was started by Stephanie and Adrian Vendetti in 2011. They are natural redheaded sisters, and they wanted to empower redheads to feel confident, to look amazing, and to rock their natural beauty. So that's why there's also a celebration for redheads in November. So now you know. All right, that's it for your 3 News Now update for Thursday, May 26th. A little bit of a mouthful there. I will see you back here tomorrow with more 3 News Now.